Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone, wherever you are, all around the world. I am Pro Manhattan. It is 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. on the Past Coast or West Coast. And we are going to do some crafting today. Did a little teaser, Halloween in May, because I am very, very excited. I will be going to Walt Disney World, in August of this year, and I just found out a couple days ago that Disney is bringing back the Halloween celebration. They're calling it a Boo Bash. I don't care. It's Halloween in Disney. That's enough for me. Very excited to be there and have the opportunity to go to the Boo Bash. And so it's forward on my mind. That's all I can think about is Halloween. So I thought I would do some paper crafting today, in sort of a haunted mansion / Halloween feel. First, let me get some important stuff out of the way while we wait for people to hop on in here. And first things first, I'd like to say thank you to Dean over at The Live Place. Dean at The Live Place hosts a website that shows over 110 family-friendly live streamers' schedule on YouTube. Everything from theme parks, travel, cooking, music, arts and crafts, community, friendship, you name it, you're going to find it there. It's all family-friendly. All right, Karki, you enjoy your Zoom call. It is Mother's Day, and I will be here on the replay, but you talk to your son, and good boy for calling his mom on Mother's Day. Good boy. Anyway, check out Dean over at The Live Place. You will not be disappointed. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to my partner channel, Cricket Fox. Cricket is my bestie, my sister from another mister. Love her to death. I love working with her. We have the second episode of our show coming up, the Manhattan Fox Hour. That will be the 18th, Tuesday, the 18th of May, and I believe it's at 6 p.m. West Coast, 9 p.m. East Coast. Runs for about an hour, and our topic will be mental health this time around. It's okay to not be okay. Pardon me. I've been a little under the weather this week, but I'm rallying up to do the show. If you excuse me, I got to turn on a fan for a second. It's a little stuffy in here. There we go. I hope it doesn't make too much noise blowing across the mic or anything. You can let me know how I sound. Let me get my chair situated here. Get on my footrest and everything else so I can do some more crafting. Alright, we'll start off with this. Now what's funny is on the camera, this looks like it's in the dead center. But when I look at it, it looks like it's too far to this side. So go figure. I don't know. Anyway, this is something I was playing around with, and I got the idea to make a Haunted Mansion themed box like this. This is my card box. I've got quite a few of them on my Etsy shop. It's lined. It's got a fitted lid. It's lined on the inside of the lid, and inside the box, I've got some lovely retro paper that is just fantastic. That's paper. But I've lined the whole inside of the box, as you can see. And then I've got a little lace edging around it because it just looked pretty. And then this is the card that I was working on. I haven't really done much with it right now, but this is the card. But I thought I would make a card box. Okay, how come? Okay, I see it there. I don't see it here. I am going to turn off. I've got after last Wednesday, and I figured out what happened. I had a different, I hadn't gone into the scheduled video to live stream. So I was live streaming on one video and I was watching the chat from another one that wasn't live. So anyway, So I thought I would make one of these today. I know that viewership may be low today for this live, but that's okay. It's Mother's Day. People are spending the day with family, which I understand. In my family, Mother's Day is not a really big deal because my kids celebrate me every day of the year, basically. I might get a gift in September and my child will say, Happy Mother's Day. Okay, September works for me. We don't schedule the time to appreciate each other. We do it all year through. So even though I'm not big gung-ho on Mother's Day stuff, I do understand that some families, that's tradition for them, and that's great. You're free to celebrate or not celebrate any holiday in the way that is most meaningful to you. My heart goes out to those who have difficult relationships with their parents or their children. My heart goes out to those who have chosen not to have children. My kids have chosen not to have children, probably ever, and I'm okay with that. For those who cannot have children and want them desperately, my heart goes out to all. Whether you're a mother to a child, mother to a fur baby, they are our children also. So my heart goes out to anyone who has ever mothered or wished to mother, regardless of your gender, regardless of your status, regardless of anything. Let's just celebrate each other and love each other because it takes a village to raise a child. It's more than just mom. All right, I got some stickers here from the Dollar Tree, and I'll probably be using a couple of these. I really like them. They're puffy. They look like metal, but they're flexible. They're really cool. And then I have a stack of paper here. Big stack of paper. Let me get my rulers out of the way. The first thing, people ask me, what do I use to make my boxes? Part of it, I use this foam core. This is foam core from the Dollar Tree. It's styrofoam with paper on both sides. You can get it in black or white. I like the black because it's actually less see-through. And other than that, I like the color black. It's, one of my favorite colors. So anyway, so we will use this. We will make the inside of the bottom of the box. We will also make the lid out of this. But right now we're going to set it aside. And then I have just some black 12 by 12. You see the sheen on it. It's got a texture to it. I don't know if, nope, you can't see it there. It's got a texture to it, kind of a linen look, but it is shiny. So kind of a leathery, linen-y look to it. I've got some nice purple cardstock because I told you I'm going for the Haunted Mansion look. We've always got to have our, it's all right, our distressed sheet music. I don't know why it works so well with haunted house looking and Halloween stuff, but our old ancient distressed sheet music. And this is by American Crafts. I think I got it at Joann's for like 10 cents a sheet. And then I have from a paper pack that I bought. This is, okay, that's not, but this is. This is from a paper pack that I bought. It's antique papers. I used some of them in the box I showed you to start with. These are the back sides. If you remember the old tables at, was it Wendy's, I believe? They used to have the tables with the advertisements all over them. But we'll be using the handwriting sides of these. And you can't really see that well. Let's see, can you? There, you can see it's kind of got handwriting, but it's really light and blurry and very hard to read. But it's ancient it's from the 1800s. It looks like it is. So, and then what I'm actually going to make my box out of, do you see this pattern? Yeah, you can see that all right. There we go. I saw this and just absolutely fell in love with it and said, yes, that is Haunted Mansion beyond belief. It's got some roses and some scroll work in it. And the back side of this paper is this typewritten, which I wasn't a big fan of anyway. So, and then for a flashy accent, I have this paper, which is the scroll work and everything, but it's got that flashy orange. So we'll use that with the purple when we get to decorating. To make the box itself, it's really not that difficult. The first thing I'm going to do is cut off the top ½ inch, because if you see right here, there's a hole. It goes all the way through the pad, and this is actually 12.5 by 12, and I want to start with a 12 by 12 piece. So I'm going to cut about a ½ inch off the top. This is a guillotine cutter. I do not advise you get a guillotine cutter unless you are used to using one. There are other cutters you can get, like this one, that would probably suit you better if you're just getting into paper crafting. And you can pull that out. It will cut up to about 10 inches. It won't do a 12 by 12 for you, but this is pretty much all the paper cut you really need. Do not use this without adult supervision. Do not try this at home. You can injure yourself badly. Anyway, enough with the safety talk. We're going to start with a piece that is 11 inches by 12 inches. So I'm going to cut that at the 11-inch mark. And that's all of the cutting we're going to do for the outside of our bottom part of our box. Now I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. And all a scoreboard is, Cricket, girl, there you are. Good morning. It's earlier than crap for you. I hope you roll over and go back to sleep and get some rest. But a scoreboard's got little, listen, it's got little ditches in it every 1/8 of an inch. And so it just makes it easier to make lines on things. So on each side, I'm going to go a ½ inch and make a score. And that's going to be the top edge of the box that folds over to the inside. And then at ½ inch and then 2 inches more, so 2.5. So it's a ½ inch and 2 inches. And I'm going to do that all the way around, ½ inch and 2.5 inches. We're going to do a ½ inch and a 2.5 inch. Well, it's good to see you, Cricket. I'm just doing some paper crafting today, taking it easy. Excited on our show coming up on the 18th. I need to get that trailer done. I swear I will get it done by tomorrow morning. Oh, I've just been having a time of it. Now, I'm going to flip this over to the inside because I'm going to make some marks to show you what we're going to cut. First, I'm going to fold over all of my scores that I made so you can see. And then we're going to have to trim some off so that we can make the box. And I like to make marks of where I'm going to trim this down, because if I don't, I get confused and all sorts of stuff. All right, so let me find, that's an eraser. Let me find my pen. That's a paintbrush. Here's my pen. So we're going to cut angle in on these little bitty things like this, and then we're gonna angle into our tab like this. Okay, and then we're going to do that over here too. And this one we're going to angle it in this way. And angle this one in. And then angle that one. And if I don't do this with the pen, and nobody's going to see this part anyway, it's all going to be covered up anyway. It's mainly just guidelines for me, so I know where I'm cutting, because I get confused and I end up cutting one tab going this way and one going that way, and it just gets crazy. So this is the way I do it for this. And then we're going to go ahead and cut. And on my big tabs, I want to cut that part as straight as possible up to that second score line. And then this one, the tabs, we angle into the score lines and then cut off a little on the bottom. And then like that. Okay. And you can see what I've done here. See how I've made a tab right there. I'm going to do that over here too. Angle that in. Cut straight down that score mark to the second one. Angle that in. Angle that one to the corner. Angle this one down. And then tip off the bottom. See how that's going? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Angle it straight into the score line. Angle the tab, and then angle that. Pull out my extras and snip off that. And then down we go, like that. Angle it in, and there you go. Hello, Tim Pruitt. Welcome in. Glad you're here. I'm just doing some paper crafting today. I'm making a haunted mansion kind of themed box because I'm excited because I'm going to Boo Bash in Disney World in August. And I'm very excited about that. So I've been walking around the house singing boo to you and you and you and you and you and you and you. Happy Halloween. I love Halloween. It is got to be my favorite holiday in the world. And I like all things Haunted Mansion because it's not scary. I don't like haunted horror houses that are scary. I don't like Universal's horror stuff because it's too scary for me, but I like Disney's Halloween stuff because it's not scary, you know. It's obviously all right. Now this is my double stick tape from the Dollar Tree. Love this stuff. And I'm going to put another piece, but first I'm going to lay down these pieces and then I'll pull the backing up and then I'll lay down the crease piece. And honestly, I think I'm going this direction more with my my Etsy shop and my stationery. I think I'm going to go more towards the goth and the unusual and the Halloween type stuff. I think I'm going to float into that niche because and the mystical unicorns and stuff like that. Oh, I know you're jealous, Tim. I'm so sorry. Oh, I never in a million years dreamed I'd be going to Disney World at all. So, you know, this whole trip is just coming together so nicely. We're actually staying in a condo that my son-in-law's father has offered to us. So that's going to be our lodging, which sure took a chunk of change out of our expenses for the trip. And it's a lovely timeshare. Okay, now what I'm doing, I've got this tab here. Okay, there's my tab. I'm bringing it up and I'm making my corner here. And then I'll stick down my tab like that. And that's what makes your corners square. And you want to make sure you get them totally square. Oh, thank you, Tim. I'm glad you're happy for me. I'm happy for me too. CJ, my son, is uber excited. If you didn't see the pictures on my Instagram, I'll have to repost it on my on a post instead of my story, because the story disappeared so quick. But my young man is growing up so fast. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I never dreamed that we'd even be going. I mean, we had a trip planned for Disneyland in April of last year and had to cancel because COVID. And so this year I was like, I think I'd rather go to Walt Disney World instead of Disneyland. You do all that cutting free-handed. Actually, I put it into my scoreboard and I made some scores, but basically, yeah. Once I make the lines, you could do the same thing with a pencil and a ruler. And then you just learn where to cut. And, yeah, I make all of my things. And actually, today's just a commercial for my Etsy store. Which, Tim, yours is on the way. You should have gotten a tracking number in an email a couple days ago, Friday, because I sent it out Friday. But I do everything by hand. I don't have a Cricut machine. I don't use my printer or my computer to do any of this. All of my cards, all of my boxes, everything are entirely by hand. I know the measurements in my head for what I'm doing. Yeah, and even show you another box that I'm working on, these stationery sets. And I do all that cutting by hand too. These are all made by hand. And that's one reason why I charge so much, because I'm not just running out a bunch of stuff on a Cricut machine, which is a CNC machine, computerized. Well, scoreboards are fun. I like my scoreboards. You can use them to make envelopes and all sorts of things. So there we go. We got our little boxy box thing here. Now, I told you I'm going to make the bottom. I don't pre-cut. There we go. I don't pre-cut my foam core because I've found that every time I do, it's never the right size. So I am going to take my box and put it here. I whacked a piece off a big piece of foam core, and I'm going to make a little mark there, and I'm going to make a little mark there. And that's going to be the inside of the box, and I'm going to cut 2 of those. So, get my handy dandy T-square, which I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm gonna, let's turn it that way first so we can get this one. And we're just gonna line up this side of the thing with that right there. If you've ever done any kind of building, papercraft is just building things with paper instead of wood. If you have that kind of mechanical mind, then you can do this. And I just use a utility knife to cut my foam board. And that's why I like this T-square. It's metal, so I can cut with it. In fact, I'm going to actually cut on the inside of this. Let's see. Make sure I get it lined up there so it's straight. There we go. And then I just, you know what? It's a little tight. That way it's not tight, but that way it is. So I need to take just a shave off of one side. We're just going to take like maybe 1/4 of an inch, if that. And I eyeball so much, but it's just because I'm used to it with my sewing background. I mean, I know what 1/4 of an inch is. I memorized it. You know. All right. Your wife's probably the same way, Tim. And there we go. You see it fits in the bottom? Now, once I get the lining on that, it's going to be a little more snug, but not too much, because I'll roll the corners down. Whoop. It does not want to come out of there. That's how snug it is. I may need to shave a little bit more off of it, because I don't like it to be that snug, because I'm about to wrap it in paper, and that will add a little bit to it. So we are going to take a 1/16 of an inch off of this side. There we go. And we're just going to shave 1/32 of an inch off of that side. There we go. Now, I told you we'll need 2 this size. So we'll go ahead and cut our second one this size. There we go. I'm just gonna, whoop. I'm just gonna trace it with my X-Acto knife, because this is gonna be wrapped in paper, so the edges don't have to be beautiful and perfect. There we go. There we go. Now we've got our 2 pieces there, and then we need one more piece that's just a shade bigger all the way around for the lid. And I think this one is going to be exactly perfect. And we'll carry this down all the way. And I want it to be like that, but I want it right about there. There we go. All right, there's all our foam core cut and done. Always close up your X-Acto knives. They are sharp. You can get cut. Or you will get cut if you're not careful. All right. Let's set that down over there. Now then, that is my upper lid. This is my inside, bottom, and top. And I think I'm going to put some music inside the box. So I'm going to use this paper to do it. And what I will do is, oh, can I do that? Nope, I'm going to need 1 per sheet, because I like to have overlap, and you'll see why in a minute. You'll see why I like my overlap. Make sure I'm still broadcasting, make sure I'm still seeing chat. Okay, good job. I have something very exciting coming up on Wednesday for my music production show. There is a thing called Lucy Soundscapes. NASA's next big probe mission is called Lucy. That's what the ship apparatus, whatever it is, That's what it's called, and it's going to go out into space. And they've put a call out to music composers and producers. And they've given us a little 3-note. Okay, Cricket, go back to sleep. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Mwah. They give us a little 3-note motif and said, compose music that we're going to put on the Lucy spacecraft, as well as use in our videos and things like that when we talk about the Lucy project. Hold on just a second. I cooked him that this morning. No problem. All right, sorry about that. All right, sorry about that. Got a new caregiver today, and she needed me for a second. Anyway, all right. Oh. Now, I have taped one side of my cardboard, and I didn't even trim off the edge because that's not going to matter, and I'll show you why. We're going to miter these corners in just the slightest bit and take those corners off. There's that one. And then there's this one. There we go. And then we're just basically wrapping it up kind of like a present. The underside isn't going to show on either the top or the bottom parts, because the bottom part will be against the bottom of the box and the top will be against the outside lid. So there we go. Whew, it is warm in here, man. But anyway, so NASA has asked, because they are a not-for-profit company, believe it or not, they've asked composers who want to contribute their works to possibly be used in NASA publications to write music using that little 3-note motif and put it up on the social media with the hashtag Lucy Soundscapes, and if they like it, they may use it. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. What?
Grilled cheese sandwich.
I am on my show. At 3 o'clock, I will make you a grilled cheese sandwich. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
You want me to make a grilled cheese for him?
I usually make them. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. I don't go live for 2.5 weeks, and nobody wants anything. The minute I go live, everybody wants something. Anyway, and then like I said, I'm just going to fold this over. And most people are going to watch the replay today anyway. And if you are watching the replay, hey, thanks for watching the replay. Leave me a comment down below. It says Replay Squad. I love my Replay Squad viewers. I know it is Mother's Day. That's another reason why I'm just doing some paper crafting. Out! What is that? I can't help you. Go. I'm live on YouTube. He did tell me Happy Mother's Day this morning. So leave me a comment down below if you are watching the replay. It says Replay Squad. I love my replay viewers. Each and every one of you. I love my live viewers. Well, I'm glad you're here. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. All right, so now I am taking this. You see how the corners are really sharp? I'm just taking this and rolling over on the corners to give it a rounded look. And we're going to test fit it right now. Look at that. It just pops right in there. I've got a little bit of space, but that will come in handy in a minute, and you'll see why. So let's go ahead and wrap up the other one real quick. And then we'll work on the sides. And we got about 20 minutes left. I'll probably have the box done by then. Later on this evening, be sure to hop over and check out Pete McDevitt's channel. Pete McDevitt is a great guy, and he does some great things for this great group of people that I am a part of. And Sunday nights he interviews different creators and things like that, so be sure and give Pete McDevitt a check. Also, I'm wondering if Doip Dad's going to be live tonight. I enjoy watching his Sunday night show called Creator Talk. Always good advice for YouTube creators. Always, he's always up on the news and everything else, but I haven't seen him the last couple weeks. His wife wasn't doing well, and it is Mother's Day, so don't know if he's going to be on tonight. But there we go. And, oh, if you have Disney Plus, this week in Disney Plus, I was never one for all the extra Star Wars stuff like the cartoons, the Clone Wars and all that stuff. Never really got into that, never really had the opportunity to. But I checked out The Bad Batch on Disney Plus. And at first I was worried it was going to be a cartoon version of Star Wars, you know, with all the goofy slapstick and side effects, kind of like they did with everything else that they've done, like Ghostbusters and all the other cartoons that they took movies and just made them silly and stupid for kids. But I was very pleasantly surprised because they had not done that with the Star Wars animated series. And I say that because that's what it is. It is an animated series. And Bad Batch, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Enjoyed watching it. Can't wait to see the next one. I didn't need any background. I got so much from context. I don't know why. Yeah, I do. Anyway, that was silly. Didn't need to do that, but anyway. I waste tape. I got so much from context. I didn't need a lot of background information to understand exactly what was going on. I won't give away any spoilers, but when they start the episode, they say a couple key things that if you are a big fan of the movies, you remember which movie that happened in. And so you instantly understand the time period and who these people are and what's going on and everything else. That's why I feel it's important that whether you agreed with the acting choices or directing choices of the people who made the movie, all 9 of the movies are important. And they're all worth watching because they all have something to offer. Mainly because if you don't watch the first 3, you're not going to understand The Bad Batch at all. But anyway, so The Bad Batch, yes, check that out. Also, I noticed on Disney Plus in the Star Wars section, they've got some walkthroughs of different ships and different planets. It's almost like an ambient sleep video. It's just amazing. And just some beautiful computer graphics work. All right, there we go. Round those corners. Now this is the inside of the lid. This is going to fit inside the box and help seal it. This is going to sit on the outside of the box. And we'll go ahead and put the lid together before we make the sides. Let's see, where am I? There we go. All right. And it doesn't even matter that that's there. I'll make sure this little dig, this hole in the thing, will go up against the inside, so that won't even matter. So. But yeah, Halloween in May. Why not? So very excited about the trip coming up. People getting ready for graduation around the country and talking about the summer and then school plans for next year. I haven't been vaccinated yet, but I'm going to get one. It's just a logistics kind of thing with time because they're doing the clinic about the same time that I have to meet my son to get him off the bus, and then they close about the time my evening caregiver gets here. So it's just been a logistics thing, but we'll get it handled. All right. Missed my nap time today. Oh, there's nothing wrong with taking a nap. Naps are good for you. I think we have been taught for too long that we have to be productive every minute of the day, and that's just not true. With me, it's because of my anxiety issues that if I'm not doing something, then I'm being lazy, and that's not true. We need to slow down a little bit. We need to take the time. For those of us with chronic illness, we need to take healing time and rest time because we got in the boat we're in from pushing our body, burning the candle from both ends, and you don't have an unlimited supply of that. And it's not an age thing. It's just how hard we live, you know? So, and I'm wrapping this one just like I wrapped the other one. This is the outer lid. It matches the outer box. We have one more quick step that I'm hoping I get done in time, and we will have the box completely finished in less than an hour. It didn't start out this way. The first couple ones I made, it took me 8 to 10 hours for the first one. It was ridiculous, and I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna put this in my shop if it takes me this long to make, because I'm selling these for $20 to $25 each. And I like to, if I'm gonna sell something for 20 bucks, I like it to take me maybe an hour, maybe two, you know, because my time is worth, that's worth a lot to me. That box is a little skewed, a little uneven, but you know what? I don't care. Get around the corners. I'm probably going to put some faux pearls around the outside edge. I like to do that. So let's put just a little more tape on this. Boom. And that's the end of that roll, but I buy it by the case, so I got another case, another roll, and then we're gonna take this and just center it in the middle of that lid. Oh, boy, you're just not gonna stick. Okay then. Oh, I need to. Oh. Well, that's fine. It's not sticking. Didn't peel the peely stuff off. Alright, guys. We're winding down here. I'll get the other part cut, though, and we'll get it. At least you can see how it's going to look. There we go. Now, I'm not going to get the sides done. I don't want to rush it, so I'm not going to get the sides done in the few minutes we have left. I always like to end a little bit before the hour in case you're going on to somebody else's live stream. But I will show you this. And if we finagle it and wiggle it, goes in like that. Once I get the sides in, it will fit better, but there we go. We built our little Haunted Mansion box. And I gotta, like I said, I'm gonna finagle with it. I'm gonna put some more stuff. Maybe that's what I'll work on it some more next Sunday, and y'all can see what happens there. Yeah, still got plenty of stuff up in the Etsy shop. Again, Tim, thank you for your order this week. I appreciate you. Tim ordered a stationery set. He ordered the peonies, the pink peony stationery set. And what I was going to say also is, if you had that in your basket or you had your eye on it, do not panic, my dears, because I made another one. I'm still working on it. Got to get the stamp holder in it and put things down. But I have another pink peony set. So if you had that in your basket, don't panic. We've got another set, similar but slightly different, coming out of the pink peonies. I have lots of this paper, so I'll be making a bunch of these sets. They seem popular. People seem to like them. And I enjoy making them. I love the pink and green together. Alright, guys. I'm going to let you go on. And now my son won't want a thing from me. You can guarantee you that. Anyway, I'm going to clean off my desk and say, peace and blessings upon you, upon all you love, and upon all who love you. Find your passion. Grab a hold of it. Do not let it go. We are thriving, but I I think we've all learned an awful lot during the past year and a half. Mainly, I've learned to rest, that you can't do anything if you're exhausted. Prayers out for those of us in the community who are under the weather or facing procedures, medical or mental or otherwise. Pray for everybody. We all love each other, and send that energy out so we can all feel the force. All right, Tim, you have a great evening too. Thanks for being here. Domino's Pizza. That's the geek blessing. If you didn't know, it's Domino's Pizza. And may the force be with you. Have a great day, y'all. We'll see you later.